It has been quite a weekend, hasn't it? Quite the weekend, guys. I'm pretty sure, much like me, your portfolios are looking very nice, even after Sensorium and Decentraland had a bit of a correction, guys. But the star of today is Digibyte right now, up 30%, guys. We're going to look at maybe a couple reasons why. Also, I want to show you what Bitcoin is getting ready to do as we look to close the month of October, as well as a formation that I see setting up for XRP, guys. Now, I'm going to be mentioning XRP a lot as we go into November because I made the proclamation a few months ago that by Thanksgiving, this whole lawsuit would be over. So if that's the case, guys, and that is to be correct, then it is time that we start looking at XRP. But like I said, we're going to look at some charts in this video, guys. We're going to start with let's start in the metaverse, guys. Let's take a look at what has been going on because, yes, we had an insane rally, guys. We're going to start with Decentraland, actually. We had a insane rally for Decentraland, guys, wicking all the way up to $5. Now, I know that there were some of you that were telling me this weekend and passing on thanks to me for enlightening you on Decentraland. And for that, I just want to say, hey, I feel grateful to be of service to you guys. Okay. I am so glad how the weekend went. I was really excited, kind of overly excited. That's why I stayed away from the camera yesterday. But today, now that things have cooled down, the numbers have settled, everybody's doing good right now. Figured it was time to talk to you guys, let you know what was happening, because on the weekly, guys, well, no, on the daily, we're going to start there with Decentraland, guys. What you see here is we made contact with that top band. We blew through it. We broke it, actually, especially on the daily. You can see that broke through there. On the weekly, it broke through again. Now, what this was merely business and human nature coming together, guys. That's the only thing to explain it. Nobody else called this pump. Nobody else saw this happening. Well, maybe because they weren't looking in the right direction. But this is an example. What we saw this weekend was an example of how one person can affect an entire market. Okay. He announced Meta, the metaverse, and all of these assets went crazy. NFTs, meme coins went crazy this weekend, guys. As we know, Decentraland was the leader, pushing all the way up to $4 at some point, guys. $4. Okay. Now, what we saw happen, and this is what we're going to switch over to SENSO, guys, because SENSO kind of showed me something on the charts that looked a lot similar to Decentraland, which made me assume that maybe for this market, when it comes to the metaverse, Decentraland acts as Bitcoin does. Okay. Just stay with me for a second. But as Decentraland peaked to $3, $4, closing to $5, that's when SENSO sustained its rally. Because keep in mind, SENSO was revving up prior to the announcement. Okay. So, but what we saw occur is basically, guys, just technicals. We rallied up, revved all the way up to $2.62, guys. We had made some very hefty contact with that top band. We were in the oversold territory. So the longer we stay above that oversold is going to determine the harder the correction, guys. So that is why we're seeing such a steep dip right now. And plus, a lot of people were sitting on SENSO and Decentraland for a long time. Okay, a long time. So, and they were waiting for a move like this. So this is to be expected, guys. But much like what happened with Decentraland, SENSO, of course, it got really hot and it had to pull back. This is just the dynamics of the market. But what I do see, and I want to show this for Decentraland as well, guys. So we're going to go to the weekly. Now, for Decentraland, this could not be over. This could just be a pit stop as it continues to set a new price floor, if you will. But for Sensorium, guys, going back to the daily, this is my most exciting piece right here. This is the most exciting piece of information that I'm seeing. So we look at the RSI chart here and we can see something, a pattern playing out. You see, we come down, we bounce, go up a little bit, bounce, got a decent bounce there, bounced again, and then we got the major bounce. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now we are executing bounce number 4. Now, what will this do? Will we go back the other way? If so, guys, that next bounce, you can see each bounce got progressively higher. If we do that and we come back down to this 60, 65 level again, coming back into the safe zone, that means we're away from overbought territory. The engines have cooled down. Yes, guys, we're definitely gonna break that $2.50 range, and maybe a $3 sensorium could be in the cards over the next 30 days, guys. So let me show you the central land. Let's see what's setting up there on the daily. Yeah, we're just gonna continue to come back down. All right, we're gonna come back down considerably on the daily for the central land. That's going to bring in more FUD, and it's going to be like, okay, it was just a pump and dump. It, still hold on to your main caps, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. That's going to be the story, right? But we know that the metaverse itself has its own dynamics. Okay, it's a whole separate industry. It's okay. So you have NFTs, you have DeFi, and now you have the metaverse. All right. Each market has their own set of dynamics. NFTs have waves, phases, and such. DeFi, we saw the DeFi summer. It rammed up all DeFi protocols. Okay. We just witnessed the first event of that in the metaverse, guys. So pullback was expected. Expect the central land to come back even a little bit further, guys. But if we're here at the bottom, you're still in profit. That's the most beautiful thing. We're still in profit even with a 20% correction. So let's move on to we're gonna go to Digibyte really quick, guys, because like I said, Digibyte has been rallying today. It's been a good day for Digibyte, guys. Looking at the daily, we're right now sitting around 6.5 cents. Now we have made contact with this top band, but as you can see, things happen. Now, the only news that has come from Digibyte over the weekend in the last couple of days was that Threefold has joined the fold, and Digicorp Labs have joined forces to form Digi3, combining Threefold and Digibyte technologies to deliver secure private next level solutions built on the Digi Metaverse, a decentralized foundation layer of the metaverse. Now, that is a little bit, makes you want to ask the question, is Digibyte catching some of this metaverse wave, metaverse attention? Could be. But here's another theory, because another project is also cranking right now in the form of ACH. Okay, Alchemy Pay, guys. I know we haven't talked about it in a while on this channel, but they're doing their developments. They're still the go-to when it comes to crypto payments right now. Okay, and with their pump, it kind of made me ask the question, all right, are we seeing a leftover of what the metaverse did this weekend and a sign of what retail payments are about to do? Some payment coins? Because shifting into November, guys, I am still going to be very wise of the metaverse, but eGold is doing well. Stellar is doing well. ICP is starting to do its turnaround. So is Ravencoin, as well as XDC. And then IOTX has also been performing well this weekend, guys. But the one thing I wanted to show you guys was XRP. Okay, now for XRP, we have to start all the way back at the monthly. Okay, we're going to zoom all the way out to the monthly, because what I see happening is one of XRP's signature pumps. Okay, it was around this time in 2020 when it happened, And it was around this time in 2019 when it happened. And when I told you guys my XRP story, it was in November when that event occurred. So around November and December, I don't know, maybe spiritually inclined to keep a closer eye on XRP, guys. And with everything that's going on with XRP right now, it may be that time. Okay. Now, looking at the monthly, guys, you can see that we took the hit in May, April, took the hit. We have recovered about 50% of that. Okay. And then we even had a wick in September to $1.40, and that's what brought XRP back to the attention of the people again. However, going back to the weekly, guys, you see it right here. We have a contraction forming, and we are above the 20-day moving average, which means that that contraction is going to send some price momentum to the north side. Okay. Now, this is going to be tonight is going to be the close, like I said. So it will be I'm very curious to see what happens around 8 o'clock and how these prices move. But what I'm seeing on the weekly for XRP, guys, is a lot of room for a move. Okay. As well as the daily. Now, the daily, we're going to do well today, just in general, because once we get to Bitcoin's chart, and that's the market leader, I'm going to show you why I think this whole market is getting ready to turn around. Okay. But XRP on the daily, guys, you can see we are testing that moving average there. And I think we're going to break above it because we have started to set that pattern going into this weekend here. But let me show you on the RSI, guys. That's where the juicing information is. You can see here, we've come down all the way down, made contact with that last band. We are progressively making our way up towards over the moving average, which would put us, in very, very safe territory. Now, one thing I know about XRP, when it moves, and it does move massively. BB is right about that. When XRP is going to go, it's going to go. Now, if that case is set to settle this month, then these technicals would honestly show that there is room for that pump to occur. That's why I wanted to show you XRP in this video, guys, along with this technical analysis, because the TA is telling me that there is room for an event to occur within the next couple of weeks. So that's why I titled this video a November to remember, guys, because I'm thinking that this November we won't forget. We won't forget this November, guys. But let me go over to BTC before we get out of here, guys, because what BTC does, all of his friends do. So we want to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Now, on the week, right now we are in the red. However, we are still sitting above the moving average here. We're still in the top territory, but you can see we did make contact with that band, which pushed us down a little bit. But after the corresponding day after, it broke open a little bit, which gave us more room. Now, it's going to be kind of iffy because of where Bitcoin is standing at time of recording. It seems to be very quiet at 60. Now, however, it's when you start to go down the time frames that I start to get excited, guys, specifically with this 4-hour chart here. Okay. You can see we have a series of contractions forming here. We have swung ever since the 20th. We've been swinging between 66 and 56 roughly. Okay. Now it looks like we're getting ready to go back to the other side of this swing, because you can see the contraction here, guys, and that top band is putting us around 63.5 for the day. So these 4-hour candles, again, that's the 4-hour time frame. So it's about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. So between 2 and 6, I can definitely expect a move up. Then between 6 and as we close for the week and for the month, we have room to rally. we have room for a decent close tonight. That is why I'm focusing on this 4-hour chart, guys, as we go into the afternoon. But looking at the hourly, again, we're going to take us to the RSI. That is showing support for what I see happening here, guys, because we are starting to, again, we have a little bit of resistance here at that red line there, but I still see us breaking through that, guys, because we made contact with the top band here. This was in the middle of the night, I want to say, and we have played out the action of coming down and going back the other way. So it will be volatile, much like CZ said it would, but I still think this is going to be a November that we won't forget, guys. So everything's looking good. I hope you guys are still doing well. Again, to those who came to the channel this weekend, I want to welcome you. To those who have been here since the beginning, since the first Decentraland video where we saw that Atari was coming into the fold for Decentraland, guys, want to thank you. We are doing well. And yeah, it's Sunday. Pray you guys had a good weekend. I'm going to go finish out this weekend, and I hope the rest of your evening is great. And as always, guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow. We're going to open these charts up again and see how everything played out. And we'll be in November. So let's get to this money, guys. And you know what I'm going to tell you? Hit the like, subscribe, ring the notification bell if you found value in it. And of course, have a great day. Have a prosperous day. But most importantly, let's make this money. I'll see y'all in the next one.